race continues here on the SEC ESPN Network. We've got the 16th ranked Arkansas Gym Backs set for an SEC showdown with the 15th ranked Georgia Gym Dogs. I'm Melissa Lee alongside Courtney Kupets-Carter. Casey Smith will join us momentarily. The road to locking down one of the top seeds in the top session of the SEC Championship in March begins tonight. Both coaches made it clear, Courtney, they don't just want a good score tonight, they want the win.
That's right, Melissa, and you have two very competent teams in this arena. UGA had to overcome several falls last week, but Coach Durante said after how they handled those falls, she believes in them more tonight. And then Coach Cook said their first step to getting there is the Hogs beat the Dogs, and he feels like he has a team that can do that this season. The greater team.
When we come back, Georgia will have the floor. Gigi Marino tried to top her 9-9 from a week ago, and Sydnie Dillard will set the tone in the leadout spot on beam for Arkansas. Georgia Gym Dogs on top of Arkansas with a score of 98-575 to Arkansas's 98-225. Well, in this rotation, Georgia will move the floor. Arkansas on beam. Who do we need to keep an eye on for?
Sydnie Dillard. Now, she's first up to set the tone in consistency, and Gigi Marino on floor. Watch the power in her tumbling.
Georgia on the floor. Arkansas, they had to count a fall in their Cancun opener. Both teams having to count falls on beam, and we'll see if they can clean things up here today.
That's right, and Sydnie is a consistent athlete for this team. She's typically last up in the lineup because of her abilities. Now they have put her first to start off this team strong with the confidence that she has.
Tana Durante told us that even with the falls on beam, these kids kept their heads up high, and that was promising for her.
So far, this was a good decision on Coach Cook's part. It's difficult to go first up when you're typically last. You have less time to get ready, but she is solid.
So Dillard trying to clean things up. So far, so good.
You'll notice after each element, she has not moved, and that's where the deductions come into play, is when you have a slight check or bobble after each skill, and she has not had any. Dismount round off 1.5.
Yes.
Stuck landing, Melissa. That's going to be a close one.
Wow.
That was pretty close to perfection. Her dismount was off to the side. We'll see the round off of 1.5. You see it's not quite in line with that beam. That is a slight deduction. So maybe the judges didn't see. They are on the side.
Sure. But it's a good start nonetheless for Arkansas.
An amazing start. This is really going to get them going.
A great night of gymnastics so far here on the SEC ESPN Network, and the kickoff of Friday Night Heights. Arkansas has cut into this Georgia lead. The Gym Dogs up now by .25. Our score stand right now, Georgia 147-675 to Arkansas 147-425, and they really cut that lead. Some struggles for Georgia on floor.
That's right, and this is huge for them now. They have the balance beam up. Any slight movement that they make, that they don't want to, if there's a fall, it could be Arkansas's night.
And then, of course, Arkansas on beam, much improved from 2 weeks ago. No falls here tonight, and the lowest score they got to drop was a 9.45, and some of the inconsistencies we saw from the freshmen. And here's a great routine.
Sydnie Dillard, she really started them off strong and is what kept them going. Finished off with a stuck landing, and the team really kept their energy up this entire rotation.
So the final rotation will give us our outcome here. So we always know how difficult beam is here at Barnhill Arena, but so far Arkansas hasn't been affected, and Ashlyn Broussard certainly not affected either.
That was a great lead off for this Georgia team.
Sydnie Dillard will go first on floor for Arkansas. And Coach Cook called her a rock star when we talked to him earlier this week. Hasn't missed an event in 2 years, so steady and consistent. And he said, you know, she's not the most powerful tumbler, she's more of a twister, but she has super clean lines, clean dance, and that's where she scores big.
That's right. Melissa, it doesn't matter if you don't have the power. It's all about the execution. Front 1.5.
Again, Georgia with the 0.25 lead over Arkansas in this fourth rotation, so it is really going to come down to what these two teams put together on floor and beam.
And 0.25, that could be one small error from either of these two teams. They really need to be on point tonight. Front full, front layout to a nice jump. They are really trying hard not to give anything away. One pass to go. Back 1.5 to front layout. And there she did it.
It is on.
There's a reason to smile after that one, Melissa.
Great starts for both teams in this fourth rotation.
And here's another look at her last pass. A 1.5 to front layout. And she knows she nailed it there.
And so far, so good for Georgia over on beam. Casey has more. Casey, what are you hearing? Well, Melissa, it's Georgia victorious, 196.775 to Arkansas's 196.7. We've got final thoughts on this meet when we come back.